student. I hope you all are doing well, you are safe at your home, and you're studying hard for your boards, and you're utilizing the time properly. Again, I'm reminding, again, I'm telling you that your teachers are doing hard work. Your parents are also providing you facilities for this online classes. Don't waste your parents' hard money. Don't waste your teachers' hard work. Try to utilize this time, so because you have to write your boards next year, though we are not having classes in the school, but we are providing you so that you can utilize your time properly. So manage your time and study hard. If you have any doubt regarding any point, you can ask. So today we'll be starting a chapter. As we were discussing the chapter management, today we are going to continue with the management, and we are going to start a new topic in that same chapter. As till now we have already discussed the meaning of management, different perspective of management as an art, as an activity, as a group, and we have also discussed the nature of management. In the last class we have discussed management as an art, management as a science, management as a profession. Today we are going to discuss objectives of management. Objectives of management, or you can say what is the main motive of management, or what is the main work of management. First is that business development and growth. For what management is there? For the growth of the business, for the growth of the organization. So the main motive or the main objective of business is so that the business can grow properly. And then every area of the firm which is very paramount, they are telling that management is to ensure objective, main objective of business is to ensure, management is to ensure business development and growth in every area of the firm. In business there are separate firms, or you can say separate departments are there. Sales department is there, marketing department is there, production department is there. So the main objective of management is to properly function, so that the function of the different departments go smoothly and they help to for the growth of the business. And for that management needs proper planning. And planning cannot simply, you cannot simply plan if you will not do the actions properly. Though you plan properly, but if you will not bring that planning into action properly, that plan is waste. So basically the thing is, management first, management need to plan properly, then they need to implement those plans. Implement means they need to bring that plans into action. And management is also responsible for organizing the business and guiding the company to success. Now management is the responsibility of the management to give uh, key roles, or to give the key ideas to the company so that they can get a success. So the first objective of management is to ensure development and growth. Second is, now if the business is there, if organization there, if a company is there, firm is there, for what they are in the market, for the satisfaction of the customer. And if customer is not satisfied with the product, with the quality, what will the company is going to get? Their loss in the market. And it's very hard for the company to meet the to compete with the competitor. So another objective of management is to provide quality products and to give quality services to the customer, because as till now you have understood, customer is the king. As in the commerce, everywhere you will learn that customer is the king of the market. So you have to work according to the demand of the customer, according to the satisfaction of the customer. Quality product or services a firm renders can have an important impact on the customer base. A firm that provides quality product and services that meets client expectation will have a better reputation, and it's a chance, and there will be chances for the firm to grow. If they are satisfying the customer needs, there will be chances for the firm to grow in future. And if they are not satisfying, they're just satisfying their own profit needs, their own profit, what we can say, own, they're just satisfying their own profit motive, then in future, in the longer run, company is going to bear a heavy loss for that, and company is going to bear a heavy pay, company has to pay a heavy loss for that thing. So the company main concern is to satisfy the customer. So this is the another objective of management, to look after the needs, to look that whether company is providing quality products and services to the customer or not. If company wants to have a good reputation in the market, they have to provide good quality products to its customer. So the second objective of management is to give quality product, to keep a watch on the firm, to have a, so that company is giving quality products and services or not. Next, discipline and morale. Now, the management maintains the discipline. Without discipline, nothing can achieve. If we'll take the example of your school, if there is will be no discipline, then there will be no what we can say, nobody will study, and there will be no atmosphere of school, like, right? So discipline is very important to smoothly function of the firm. Now, another management objective is that they should maintain discipline in the firm, discipline in the business, discipline in the company by applying proper principles. As we have discussed, management is a science because they, in management, proper principles are there, proper principles related to discipline, proper principles related to research, and also basically discipline helps to maintain the dignity of the company, helps to maintain the success, helps for the growth of the company. If discipline is there, there will be a better good environment in the company, and if there is good environment in the company, employees work properly, there will be a proper communication with the top level management and lower level management. And if discipline is there, there will be a chances of growth in the company. And morale, good morale is in the employers are motivating the employees. If employers will not motivate the employees, what will happen? If they'll not get the proper salaries, if they'll not get the incentives, they'll get demotivated, right? And if they'll get demotivated, who is going to work for the company? Ultimately, who are working for the company? Employees are working in the company. And so the main thing of management is to maintain discipline as well as to motivate the employees. They have to, like in your school, your principals or your teachers maintain discipline as well as they try to have a good relationship with their students. They try to be friendly with their student. At the same time, they maintain the discipline in the school, so that the school, the relation of teacher and student will be good, and also the school functioning can be good. Same thing in the firm, in the management needs to maintain discipline in the company, as well as they motivate the employees, they give incentives to the employees so that they can have better work culture and they can motivate the employees. So this is another objective of management. Regular supply of goods. Now, another objective of management is to ensure that there is regular supply of good. In economics, you have seen regular supply of good is needed. Otherwise, what will happen if the chain breaks? What will happen if the chain of supply breaks? Like nowadays, because of lockdown, many people are suffering for goods. There is no option to the people to choose the goods. Whatever they are getting, they are just buying that products. For that thing, many companies are suffering losses because of this thing, because the supply chain has broken and they are not able to meet their needs. They are not able to give the supply regular. They are not able to maintain the regular supply. So this is another objective of management, to have a regular supply of goods so that the company reputation can continue and company should not bear a loss. And there should be no scarcity in the market, because if scarcity is there, what will happen? Demand will rise, and demand will rise. That is called hoarding. If you simply artificially you show the scarcity, actually you're not having scarcity, you're artificially you're showing scarcity. This is illegal, because you're creating what? You're hoarding. This is illegal. So the main another objective of management is to ensure that regular supply of goods should be there. Then research and business growth. Now, if you remember, while we were discussing business environment, we have seen that company needs to adopt with the changing environment. They need to update themselves. If they'll not update themselves, what will happen? The competitors are going to take the chance. They'll be behind the competitors. They lack the reputation of the company will be in loss, and the company will have to pay a big amount for that. So the company needs to have innovative, they need to form innovative ideas, they need to adopt according to the technology. Like nowadays, if you see the ads, many people many companies are making what? They are making hand sanitizers, and if they are giving their ads, what they are doing, they're showing that yes, they are using hand sanitizer, they're taking the safety of COVID-19. Why they are doing so? Because this is the thing the companies have to adopt. If they not adopt the safety, nobody will buy their product. Excuse me. So another thing is, and they need to continue, the companies need to they needs to research, so that they should have new products, they should do new packaging or something, so that customer can buy their product. If you see, many times company keeps changing their packaging of the product. Why? Because sometimes people get attractive towards the, though they don't want to buy the product, because of the packet they attract towards the product. So this is what company is doing, new research, new innovative ideas they're getting to increase the sales. So this is the work, this is the objective of management, to see that company is getting is doing research for the growth of company or not. So this is another objective of management, to promote research, and research will help for the business growth. Then minimize the element of risk. Now another main objective, another objective of management is to reduce the risk. Now nobody knows what is going to happen future, nobody can exactly predict the future. Like in March we were discussing, your school have decided that they are going to start your classes on in March itself, but see now we are having online classes. Nobody has predicted this thing, because nobody can predict future. So yet on the basis of previous experience, but because according to the previous experience, because of the previous experience, we can do what? We can plan our future, we can minimize the risk. For example, company has faced a loss while sending the product to somewhere through train. For example, company was sending its product to Kerala through train, but they have incurred losses because of spillage or something. Now next time when they'll send the goods, they will do what? They'll send through trucks and all. Why? Or they'll opt some other option for transporting, because they have already experienced the loss. So my point is that management needs to decide, they need to take action according to the, so that the risk can be minimized. Though they can't predict the future, but at least with the past experience, what they can do, they can minimize the risk. So this is the next point. And the last one, I hope this is the last. Yes, this is the last one. Improving performance. Now, another motive of management is so that they can improve the workers or employees performance. And how they can improve the employees performance? As a student, how your teachers can improve your performance? By motivating you, by taking test, by giving you, by training you, right? So management need to improve the performance of factor of production. Now if you remember, how many factor of production are there? Four: land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. So they need to improve the function of factor of production by repairing, by maintaining the machinery, by what we can say, by servicing the machinery on time, by so that the machinery cannot damage, so that machinery can work smoothly, by motivating the employees, so that they, by giving incentives to employees, by giving training to employees, so that they can be motivated and they can learn new things. So that's how a management can improve performance. So these are the 7 objectives. Again I am revising quickly. First objective, ensure development and growth. Second, this is the responsibility of management to provide quality products and services. And then discipline and morale. The next point is they should maintain, management objective is to maintain discipline in the company. Then to provide regular supply of goods, there should be the supply of goods chain should not be broke. If it is broken, then what will happen? The company has to face the loss. Another, innovation should be there, innovation or research should be there in the business. Then another motive of management is to reduce the risk. Then the last one is to improve the performance of factor production, basically the machinery as well as the capital as well as the employees. Now we'll start the importance of management. Now if you learn the objective, it is nearby. Importance of management. Why management is important in the company? To achieve the group goal, so that whatever the goal of a company is, management helps to achieve that goal, to attain the objective, to attain the goal of a company. It arranges factor production properly, it minimize the risk, it helps to proper utilization of resources, it reduces wastage of time, money and effort. Management convert disorganized resources of men, machinery, money into useful enterprise. So this is the work of management. See, starting planning is a work of management. What to do, how to do, when to do, management is going to do. See, then whether they are working properly or not, this is the work of management to look after that, to maintain discipline. We have already discussed this thing. To improve the performance, this also we have discussed in the objective. So this is what management helps to achieve. It's how management helps to achieve the goal. Same, optimum utilization of resources. I think by reading heading only, you can able to write what this topic means. A very easy chapter, I'll say, or very easy points are there. Optimum utilization, another importance of management is it helps to utilize the resources properly, whether physical resources, whether human resources. Physical resources, your machinery, your money and everything. Human resources, your employees. So that if management keep a check on employees, if they keep on giving incentive and motivating the employees, what will happen? They'll help to enhance their efficiency, and if their efficiency is enhanced, they'll get proper utilization of these resources. Physical, by maintaining the machineries properly, by keeping so that machineries can be utilized properly. Proper people, professionals are work should work on machinery, who know how to run the machinery. That's how they can optimum utilization of machinery. Third, reduces cost. Yes, if they'll see optimum utilization of resources and reduce cost, goes contemporary. Contemporary means at same time. If you're using your resources properly, ultimately what you are doing, you're reducing the cost, right? So if they're using their resources properly, what will they get? They'll get maximum minimum output with minimum output input, they'll get maximum output, right? By using minimum input, if they're utilizing the resources properly, what they'll get maximum output. So that's how they reduces the cost. Then establish sound organization while maintaining discipline, while uh, while maintaining discipline, while regulating the resources properly, by utilizing the resources properly, by taking care of supply of goods properly, by giving good quality products to the consumers. What will happen? Obviously the consumer, obviously the firm will be in a sound position, sound organization will be there. See, no overlapping of efforts to establish sound organization structure is one of the objective of management. It establish effective authority and responsibility relationship. Now if they'll give proper authority and responsibility relationship, what will happen? There will be smooth organization. Like as I told you earlier also, what is responsibility and authority relationship? While giving authority to someone and you're giving responsibility to someone and you're not giving authority, then what will happen? There will be no utilization of that, there will be no use of that. And by giving responsibility to someone and not giving authority, that is also useless. While giving authority and not giving responsibility, like you have given authority, okay, it's your work to take care of the uh, sales department, but you are not accountable of that. Accountable means you're not going to ask the person, okay, you have done properly or not. I'm going to ask you what was the result. Like in your exam, your teacher are taking your exam but they're not giving you marks, then it means what? It's of no use. Same thing. To maintain sound organization, there should be proper utilization of resources. There should be good atmosphere in the office, and responsibility, authority responsibility relation should be there. And management should see right person should be there in right job. Person according to their qualification should be there in the, according to their expertise, according to their specialization. The employee should get the job, not because of the source or not because of bribe and all. According to the qualification, according to the specialization, according to their skill, right person, right job should be there, then only they'll get the sound organization. Essential for prosperity of society. Nowadays, if you talk about, if you see any professional course, they have added one subject in the professional courses, that is ethics. Now basically ethics is that you have to maintain the ethics while dealing with the firms, in the companies can't simply produce whatever they want to produce and can't simply do whatever they want. They have to take care of the society as well, they have to take care of the environment. They ultimately, for whom they are producing, for the economy, for, so they have to produce according to the betterment or the welfare of the people, for the welfare of the society. So efficient management leads to better economical production. See, management work is to see for the betterment of the company as well as for the betterment of the society, for the environment. They can't only see for the betterment of the company. The best management is that which take care of the society as well as the company, by avoiding wastage of resources, by providing good standard of living to the employees, by getting uh, by increasing the profit but not harming the society. They should increase the profit, they should get good profit for the company, but they should not at the sake of society, not at the sake of people. They should create employment. If employment will be there in the country, what will happen? There will be good standard of living, there will be welfare of the people. So they have to keep a mind for the betterment of the company as well as for the better welfare of the people. Now, characteristics of management, or you can say features of management. Management is goal oriented. They have to Management needs to fulfill the goal, the objective of the firm. They need to fulfill the objective of the firm. They need to keep a check. They need to fulfill the objective of a firm. They need to see the firm should attain the objective. Simply, management cannot, the success of any management activity assessed by its achievement of predetermined goals or objective. Management is a purposeful activity. It is a tool which helps use of human and physical resources to fulfill the predetermined goal. Why management is there? First of all, we have discussed to fulfill the goal of a company. Management work is to attain the goal of a company, to achieve the goal of a company. Why you are studying in schools? Why you are studying right now? To achieve some goal. You have some goals in your life. By now you are in 12th standard. You set your mind, okay, you want to do this, you want to do CA, you want to do BCom honors, you want to get admission in this school, you want to do MBA, right? So why you are studying? To get that, to get the admission in MBA, you want to become a CA or to become a CS, or right? So management is there to fulfill the goal, to achieve the goal of firm. So this is the first feature or characteristic of management. Second, management is a as the till the life of a company, as is a ongoing process, continuous process. Till the life of a company, management will be there. Without management, company cannot run even one day. Am I right? So for achieving the target, for achieving the objective, we need management, and management is a continuous process. It cannot be. See, let us take the example. The target of a company is maximum production. For achieving this target, various policies have to be framed. But this is not and marketing and advertising is also to be done. So this is the name. Management is a ongoing process. It fulfill the it see the target of a company. One target of a company fulfills, and the target arise. So the thing is, management is a continuous process. They continue, keep handling the problems and issues of the company, and without management, company cannot run even a single day. Management integrates means combine. Management helps human, physical and financial resources. How company is working? By mixing or by combining human and non-human resources, right? Physical assets, sorry, financial assets, financial resources. So this is the work of management, to integrate, to combine, to mix the resources, and then company goal can achieve by allowing employees to work properly, by machinery should be run properly, right person should handle right machine, financially should good, the company should meet the financial needs, like to buy the raw materials, to give the salaries of the employees, to maintain of the machinery if they want to buy new machines. So the thing is, it's the work of management, it's the feature of management to maintain or to integrate the resources. Management is all pervasive. Pervasive means needed everywhere. You can't say that I'm having only small business or I'm having a small organization, I don't need management in that one. Whether one person is managing, whether 5% are managing, but management is there in every business. Forget about business, forget about everything. Your day, you ask your mother, you ask your father how they are managing. Even you yourself, you're managing your school schedule, you're managing your playing and all, right? So this is what management, in everywhere you need management. So management is pervasive. Whether you are in hospitals, whether you are uh, in colleges, whether you are in schools, you need to manage your things. It's not that I am having a small company, so I don't need management, or only the big companies like Reliance and all, they need management. No, management needed is everywhere. Management is a group activity. Like, manage though even a single person manages the business, but basically if you're talking about firm, if we'll talk about companies, management is a group activity. Many people are doing the work, many people are managing the things, so it's a group activity. It involves the use of group of effort to achieve predetermined goal. Management of ABC in company is good refers to a group of person managing the enterprise. If we talk about Reliance, forget about ABC and company. If we talk about Reliance, if we talk about Hindustan Lever Company, group of people are managing the company. So management is a group of activity. Though if a business is small, maybe single person or maybe two-person are managing the things. But if we talk about big firm, big company in commerce, if we talk about companies, then it's a group activity. That's all for today. I'll just give you a quick revision. Management importance, it's a goal oriented. Goal is there, it's a continuous process till the life of a company. Management is there, it makes the human resources, physical and financial resources. Management is needed everywhere. It's a group activity. That's all. I know the class is quite lengthy, but you have to do class, you have to manage. I tried my best so that you can understand the chapter. If you have any doubt regarding any point, please ask. Thank you.